Hello, welcome back to Logic Lab. My name's Lucas, and we're going to be starting episode 3 of the Variant Sudoku series. So, let's get into the video. Okay, so today I'm going to be attempting this puzzle by James Kopp called the Magic 5. Okay, the rules are as follows. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Adjacent digits along a green line have a difference of at least 5. Normal Sudoku rules obviously place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Adjacent digits along a green line have a difference of at least 5. So this is one green line, and adjacent or neighboring digits must have a difference of at least 5. So basically, if we put a 2 here, this cell has to be 7, 8, or 9 because it has to be at least 5 different from 2. Cells separated by a V sum to 5, and not all possible V's are necessarily given. So these sum to 5, those sum to 5, right? And so on and so forth. Not all possible V's are necessarily given, meaning these could sum to 5 also. They don't have to have a V in between. All right, those are the rules. And now it's my turn. The first thing I'm going to start off doing so I'm going to start with, guess it doesn't hurt to highlight all these V cells, and they can only be 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, the thing about a German Whisper is we can't have a 5 on the line, because if we put a 5, we'd have to have digits that differ by at least 5, and you'd either have to put a 10 or a 0, which are not allowed in Sudoku rules. So you can't have a 5 on the green line. It's funny, all these green lines have the shape of a 5, which is very cool. And there's a 5 for style points as a given digit here in row 8, column 8. So that means that the 5 is in one of those two, since it can't be in any of these cells. The 5 is definitely in one of these two, and it can't go there because of this 5. So already we have our first digit, 5 in the corner. 5 in one of those two. There has to be a 5 here by Sudoku. There is a 5 in one of these two. And what else? There's a 5 in one of those two. Can't really do much with the 5s in these boxes down here. All right. So the next thing I want to do is I want to do some parity work. Every other digit on the German Whisper must have the same parity, meaning it must be from the low set, 1, 2, 3, 4, or the high set, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the reason is because since adjacent digits differ by at least 5, if this is high, this is low. So this is low, clearly. So I can start, if I wanted to, coloring all the low digits, which I think that's what I'm going to do. So that's low, right? And then every other digit is also low. So that's low, that's low, that's low, and that's low, which makes sense, which I'll give that shade. And this is also low. And then all of these cells are high, which I'll give that shade. Now this can't be a 4 because that would put double 9s here because the only digit that can go next to a 4 is a 9 on the German Whisper. So that's not a 4, which means this is not a 1. Now these are low. We can probably do the same thing, yeah, with this. Um, with this German Whisper line. So all those are low, which are getting this shade. Again, that can't be a 4 because that would put double 9s, so it is a 1, 2, and a 3. All of these are high, which are given the black shade. So the advantage of doing this is you can clearly see blacks are high, reds are low. And I can see this is also low. These are low. Because now I can get to see, we can know the flavor of this line based on looking to see if four low digits or four high digits see a single cell. That's a low and a high. This is a low. So this is low and a high. We have two lows, another low. So in these cells, we have four low digits. One low here, three lows there. So that is a high digit. Not sure how useful that is. Okay, this can't be a 4, right? So this can't be a 1. And that can't be a 4. Because again, that'll put double nines here. So it's 1, 2, 3. This is interesting. These are the same digit. And you can try to figure out why they're the same digit. Well, there's a V pattern here and a V there. Whatever this digit is, this plus this gives you 5. And then this also has to add with this digit to give you 5. So these have to be the same digit. Right? That's a 4, that's a 1, that's a 1, right? So on and so forth. So that digit has to go down there somewhere. Where does the 5 go in this column? Well, it can't go there, and it can't go in any of these colored cells because they're on the whisper or are low or high. So the 5 only place for the 5 is there. So that's a 5, which means the 5's in one of those 4. I don't really know what else that does. It means that this is a high digit. That's a low digit. So now we're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 low digits. So we need 3 high digits and a 5. I think I have cracked this line. It's not that easy to see. If you look at column 3, we have 1, 2, 3 low digits. We need one more low digit. Now look at this 3. Well, what can we say about them? Well, we can't say much, but we can say that there is at least one low digit, right? And it's pretty obvious to see that if you have 3 consecutive digits, right, one of them is at least low because you have to alternate low, high. But you can't have 2 low digits because that would be 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5 low digits. So there is exactly one low digit. And the low digit is here. And another way I was going to see that was to say, what can this be? Well, this can't be low. Because if it was, this would be all 4 lows, and then you need 3 highs in a row, which is not possible by the German whisper logic. So this would have to be a high. And either way you arrive at that logic, you will get the same configuration of these are all high, and these are all low. Now maybe we can play around with the 4s, which are quite restricted on the German whisper. Again, this can't be a 4 because that would put double nines here. It's 1, 2, or 3. That's not a 4. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, this is also low. I didn't color. That's not a 4, so that's 1, 2, 3. I guess this could be a 4. This is not a 4, so it's 1, 2, 3. And I feel like eventually we're going to land on a 4 somewhere. But the question is where? That's not a 4. That's not a 1. That's not a 4. This is a 1, 2, 3. Obviously, these are both low. Okay, maybe I'm not seeing the key inside here to break through. What else can I do? Okay, this needs to be high because, right, it's seeing 4 low digits. So we have 3 low digits. This low digit is in one of these two. Three low digits, 3 high digits, so 1 low and 1 high here, which means in this row you'll have 1 low, 2 low, 3, and 4 lows, so that is high. Yeah, we already have 2, 3, 4 lows, so this is a high and a 5. I don't know where the high goes. I don't know if I want to start to do the sixes, as the sixes are quite restricted on the line. Oh, 1, 2, 3, yeah, there's 4 here. And damn, I guess this could be a 5. I could start thinking about the flavors of the 5. What do I mean by that? Well, there's two kinds of 5s. There's 1, 4, and there's 2, 3. Now, whatever flavor this is, which I will give the yellow, whatever flavor that is, it's different than this flavor because these two digits see this one. So this is a different flavor, which I'll guess put a green. And now, right, this flavor is different than the ketchup or the yellow, red, or pink or whatever, because right, it's using two other digits. So this is has to be the green flavor. So that's the green flavor. And now, what else can we say? This low digit is now the yellow flavor because it's not green and it needs to be the other one. We have this 5, this 5, this 5, and that. Obviously, these are the same flavor, but we don't know which one. Is it the green shaded or the yellow shaded? We don't know. I think we can figure that out. This is quite clever. Where does the green shaded version of 5 go in this column? Well, clearly it can't go there by Sudoku. It can't go in any of these cells. So the two digits have to go in 3 places. Well, you can never put the green, like one of the green digits here, because that would mean you'd have to put another green digit here. But remember, the greens go with each other, and you can't have 3 green digits. So you need 2 green red flavor 5s in these 3 squares, so they must go in the 5. That means it's like this, and then this is the same as that. Um, these are the same. And that is important because that means this is yellow and this is yellow. So that's probably what we have to do. We have to color the different versions of 5. So now this is green. This is green. Hmm. This has to be yellow. This has to be yellow because it's seeing the 2 greens. And this is green. And this is low, so this is yellow. This cell has to be green because it's seeing the 2 yellows. And it can't be a 4. So it's a 1, 2, 3. And again, this has to be yellow because the 2 yellows are coming down here. So They can't go there, so they must go here. So now this is green. Interesting. Very interesting. This is yellow. Oh, no. Ay, ay, ay. I wanted to say that yellow can't be the 4-1, but if I can show that you can't put a 4 on yellow, then I can show that yellow is not 4-1. But how do I do that? That's the question. This is green. This is yellow. It's not a 4. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, we have to put some yellow and green. One of these is the yellow. Can't be a 4, so it's a 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we have a 1, 2, 3 triple. I can see that these can't be 6s, because then you'd have to have double 1s. So these are from 7, 8, and 9. That could be a 6. Doesn't have to be. This can't be a 6. That can't be a 6. That can't be a 6. This can't be a 6. That can't be a 6. So those are all 7, 8s, and 9s. What else? This can't be a 6. That's 7, 8, 9. And this can't be a 6 for a fun reason, because this is next to two different shades of the 5. So if this were a 6, you'd put double 1s here, but they can't be double 1s because this is of one 5, 1, 4, 2, 3, and this is of another 5, which we proved, so that's not a 6. Are there any other cases like that? I don't know. This could be green or yellow shaded. 4 goes in one of these 3. 4 goes in one of those 2. I don't see how that's going to do anything. I should have seen this. Oh, come on, come on, come on. That is, I should have seen this. That's really bad. All right, well now I'm making inroads 36 minutes into the video. Can this be a 4-1 version? The answer is no, because you can't put a 4 in any of these spots. So this is not the 4-1, and we know these are different digits, they're in the same box. So this is 2, 3. So that means I can take out 4s and 1s from all of these squares. So that's not a 4. So this is a 4. And now this is the 4-1 pair. So, yeah. Yep, that's a 4-1. This is a 4-1. So it is a 1. This is the 4-1 pair. So that is a 1. It's a 4. It's a 2, 3. Should have realized that a long time ago, but I didn't. So very nice. This is a 1. That's a 1. This is a 1 or a 4, and it's a 1. So that does the 4, the 1. That's a 2, 3. This is a 2, 3. This is the 2-3, which makes it green. Oh, okay. The ones and the fours. Okay, there's a. What else? What else? Okay. Well, this is the yellow, so it is a one. Just putting a one in one of these two. The four. Oh, this is a 2-3, so it's green. Where does the four go here? Oh, it can't go in any of these. So it does go in one of those. The four also goes in one of these. Okay, and that's perfect because the four here makes these a double nine. Let's get rid of nine from there. Putting a nine in one of these two. We know this is a 2-3. Okay, so the four is in one of these two positions. The four is in one of these two by Sudoku, which takes out a four from here. So that's a four. Does the nine do anything? Maybe. In one of those two positions. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. It's a 7, 8, or 9. This is not a 6. So it's a 7 or 8. So this is a 7, 8, 9 pair. Now it's looking juicy to have sixes here. You can't put a 6 anywhere here, so the 6 is definitely in one of these two positions, which means that's not a 6. That is a 7, 8, or 9. And this digit is the same as that digit because it's not this digit. So if they're both 2, this could be a 7. If they're both 3, it can't be a 7. It's an 8 or a 9. And yeah, this is 7 or 8. I know I'm getting somewhere. I feel it. I feel it in my bones that we're going to have a massive breakthrough somewhere. Very clear that this digit, which I'm going to do the pen and make it A, right? We know it's a 2, 3. A is here. So where does A go in this box? Well, by Sudoku, it must go there. Now I'm going to call this B. So this must be A. What does this tell me? What does this tell me? If that's A, then this is B, and this is B, and this is A. So by Sudoku, B is here, which means that's A. All right, getting somewhere. So now B, this is very important. Where does the B digit go? Well, by Sudoku, B can't go in any of those because this is B. So this is B. So this is a 2, 3, and it's not a 4. So that means this is a 4, which means that's a 4, and we're getting some progress on the 4s. So this is a 6, 7, 8, or 9. Shall make black. Now, this is B, clearly. Now, what is that doing? So now the 5 is down here, clearly, which puts 5 here, puts a 5 there, which makes this a 5. And now the other, now this has to be A. I kind of already knew that. And this has to be B. This has to be A. That has to be B. So this is A. So B is here, based on Sudoku. 2, 3. So the 6 is definitely in one of these two. No other option. So the 6 is in one of these two. And so is the 2 or the 3. And the B digit, can't go here, so it will go there. That is the 2 or the 3. And it's B. So that means this is a 6 down in the corner, which is very important because that's putting a 6 in here. Now this is 7, 8, 9. Now one of these two is 6. So the 6 is in one of these two. And so is the 1, right? Yeah, so the 6 is in one of these two. The 1's in one of these two. So you can't have a 5. So this is a 1-6 pair. Which means the middle cell is a 5, which puts a 5 there. Okay. Feels like making progress. Progress. Okay, the A is here by Sudoku because A is there. Yeah, A is here. 2, 3. Make it A. I think we've done A and B in every box. Oh, this is so clever. This can't be a 7 because these are different digits. So one of them is a 3, right? And you can't have a 7 next to a 3 because it will differ by 4 and we need to differ by 5. So it's not a 6, it's not a 7, it's not a 9. So this is an 8 and cowabunga. I don't know why I said that, but it's an 8. It's an 8. It's a rock. No, it's an 8, which means life is good. It means that this is again not a 7 because of the same reasoning. So this is a 9. And holy shnikes, that should do something for me. It should do something. Well, let's see here. 8, 9. We do the same game, something else. What else? Oh, the 7 by Sudoku goes there, which is very funny. That's a 7, so this is an 8. Now this is a 9, and hopefully, puzzle is going to resolve itself. Hopefully. Should have hope here in these trying times. That's not a 7. That's not a 7. So there's a 7 in one of these two. Which means the 7 in this column goes here. So that's a 7. That's an 8. That's a 6. This is not an 8 anymore. So this is a 6 or a 9. 6, 9. That's not an 8. So that's a 7. That's an 8. Yeah. And this is a 7, and it can't go next to a 3. So it will go next to a 2. So that means A is 2. So now this is the fun part. Wherever I see an A, I will put a 2 in. A is 2. And B, which is here, is 3. And that is not, oh, 3 in the corner. Yeah. 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Good old paying homage to cracking the cryptic. 7, 9, 6, 8, 9. 7, 8. 7, 9. 6, 7. 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. By Sudoku, so that's a 7. That's an 8. That's a 6. That's a 7. We need 4, then 8. So by Sudoku, that's a 4. That's an 8. That means this is a 4. That's not a 6. This is a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now this is a 9. 8. That resolves the 4 and the 1. 6, 7 is done. 6, 7 is done. 7, 6, and bang. That is the puzzle. Wow. That should not have taken me that long. I got stuck. I got bamboozled. But eventually I was able to crack the code of coloring and figuring out A's and B's and whatnot. And eventually I figured out like the threes and the twos, which way they went around. And once I got a couple digits, I was able to run off and do this in under an hour. Okay, so that is the puzzle. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.